So you got this little rock pipit. I just literally got to Margate. Oh, where's he gone? He's probably gone under the cab. Where's he gone? Is he there? Can you see him in the video? Yeah, I just heard the chirp, looked over and he was on the road, and I've just arrived here. I've never been to this section. I'll get out and sort of have a look around and show you where I'm at. See, these rock pippers, they chirp and they come in. Just see there? It's the calmest I've ever seen them, the tamest. He wants to go to the cab. Just keeping an eye out to see at the moment. Yeah, look, there it is. He's checking my cab out. Maybe I should have cleaned the wheels, because the birds seem to like the reflections in my wheels. There he goes. There's another one. I saw two. Better check what that is. It's probably two rock pipits. There goes a cormorant. Yeah, better just keep an eye on the sea here. Anyway, we're here for the sea watch. It just so happened to tie in with a good migration of seabirds at the moment. Hopefully I'll get some life. There's all sorts of skuas and shearwaters, mainly seen at Sheerness, but we've chosen to come here because we were coming here anyway. And if we're going to see anything, you know, there's a good chance we'll see it at Forness Point, Joss Bay, Broadstairs. We're just going to sort of, no real plan, just going to hang around all the sort of beachy areas where I can pull up, go for a walk. It'll be handier when the tide goes out a bit. Yeah, we've got cormorants on the posts, and so I think that's a great backpack goal. Yeah, driving into Birchington, I already saw a buzzard being mobbed by a flock of crows. So I think I'm going to have a really good time. So, got to keep my hands free. It's a lovely day for it. I'm just moving around here on the seafront of Margate. The only problem is it's this lovely strong sunlight, but this is going to cause some heat haze. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm just trying to not cast a shadow, is if I see a bird flying in the distance and I'm looking for these seabirds, these skuas and shearwaters, I'm going to have to take photos and then zoom in, because they're going to be basically too far out to ID with my naked eye. So that's the plan at the moment. We'll give this place about 20 minutes and then we'll move further towards Forness Point. But it seems I'm just here at the right time. I didn't plan this, but the water tide is just going out. A lot of birds over there. At the moment, anything on this beach, unfortunately, dog walkers. So, funny enough, the birds are quite, I think they know how to handle the dogs, because they don't seem to be, the ones around them don't seem to be as jumpy. Keep an eye, look, I keep seeing shadows. I have to look up and see what it is that's passing me. So this is my first time at Forness Point. That's back west. So yeah, what a beautiful day for it. I might have underestimated the weather a little bit in terms of how cold it is. This is, I think I'll just about get away with this as long as I stay in the sun. But after it being so hot for so long, I've got used to sort of just going out in a t-shirt. And now I'm definitely gonna have to start bringing out gloves, scarf, neck warmer. Yeah, it won't be long before the thermals are coming out. But I'm going on a birder I've seen on Facebook who comes to Forness Point. He's got an eider there, whimbrels and curlews and things like that. So I'm very excited. I'd love to get a male eider. Anything else? Yeah, just any of the seabirds. I'll show you on the map, obviously. That's the junction of kind of the east of Kent and the north of Kent. So anything that's going by wants to go around to France, or anything has to kind of go around there. So it should be some good stuff. It's going to be a nice walk, whatever it is. I've got a cup of tea here. I've just eaten up, so I'm full. Nice big steak, no carbs, so I won't get that sugar crash. I'll just be nice, clean energy. And I've got some emergency nuts on me and some water, always important. So I just picked up the keys to the hotel, little bed and breakfast place. Just messaged me, and luckily I was just still at my car. The room is ready. They want to give me the key. £60, I couldn't believe it, on a Saturday. Everywhere else was like at least double. and they're going to bring up breakfast in the morning and leave it outside. And he said, "Do you like bacon and eggs?" No, said no one ever. Of course, yeah, we know who doesn't eat bacon, but let's not go there and ruin things. Yeah, so look where we are. Right out on the rock pools. Stunning. Yeah, everyone's disappeared off. There were some dog walkers, but young birder said there was some wheat here and he got a Sabine's gull. I wouldn't be able to recognize Sabine's gull, so I've had a look at some images to the black wing, front wing edges, I think is the key. But let me go round. So there's some little egrets feeding out in the water. Lots of turnstone. Very clever of the crows to use the cracks in the paving slabs to wedge in mussels and anything with a shell and keep it in there with its claw while it takes out the flesh. Very smart. Lots of curlew. I've got some flight shots and there's there's several curlew out here. Hoping for the eider. I really need to keep head on a swivel. But yeah, I'll get to the sort of most unusual one is a loon or a red-throated diver. I'm not sure about the diver. I'm never good with those. It flew out there. I thought it might have been a great crested grebe. Those are very unusual to see, but with a long neck. I thought it was, I've got to stop my ums. But maybe I can ID it a bit better once I get home. No eiders yet, which I'd like an eider, male eider. We've got multiple types of gulls. Greater blackback, herring, lesser blackback. It's feast time. They are absolutely coming up with some crackers. It's so many fresh, delicious crabs coming up. And other little things I can't identify. I don't know what some of these things are. Yes, I think when the tide is in, you can't get around that. I don't know what that is. Power station or something. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the clip. Yeah, this walkway looks really good for getting me as far out as possible, because that's where the seabirds are going to be. And I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to have ask some experienced birders at what point, what time of year, what time of day the migrating seabirds go past here, whether this is actually the best point or whether I should have gone to Sheppey. But if I don't know it this year, I'll figure it out. We'll do it next year. I also want to do that raptor migration down at Gibraltar, Spain. That's the big one. That's yeah, I'm going to have to really get my act together and sort that out one day. So a good little start, and yeah, I didn't expect crazy numbers of unusual lifers or anything. I don't come out with high hopes anymore. We'll just see what we get, and I'm taking photos of all the stuff that I normally see, but you got to take a photo of it. Things flying in formation against the waves, eating things. Mix of photos and videos. I've got to keep my photography skills alive. So anyway, let's get back to it. Now, I'm all the way out on this island, whatever this is. Must have been an old dock back in the day when this was obviously very, very shallow. I'll read up about it. Anyway, touch. There's the male eider out there, my first eider. Fantastic. Yeah, I've seen photos popping up of him on Facebook every now and then. I always wondered where it was. So I've got plenty. I've got video of it eating a crab and some mussels. And I sort of videoed a bit of the crab getting eaten and then tried to capture a few pictures. I've seen these great pictures of like the beak up and the crab all flared out. Couldn't quite get a brilliant one like that. Lots of other gulls had crabs though. Where'd he go? It's over there. He's going back into shore. But yeah, it feels like a little bit dangerous being out here. as long as this stays up, I'm okay, because then the water level won't get me stuck out here. We're okay. I can tell from here. I'm hoping the further out I am, the closer I can see things flying by. I think if that bird that I ID'd earlier is a red-throated diver, then it's a lifer. Because I think I've got a black-throated diver and a great northern diver. So 2 new species. Yeah, nothing really going on out at sea yet. It might be a later on thing. All the things here are, I think that might be a yellow-legged gull. I'll just take a picture in a second and I'll put it up if it is. Yeah, I think that, because the way to tell is over a herring gull. Herring gull's legs are pink, yellow-legged gull's yellow, same light grey back. So I'll check that in a second. I'm going to check if there are any purple sandpipers too. They all seem to be turnstones at the moment. Where's Mr. Ryder? God, he's really disappeared back in. He's probably gone back in. Yeah, he's let me get relatively close. I think he gets a lot of attention from people, so, but a lot of juvenile things here, I won't know. Maybe one day in my old age I'll get into IDing juvenile gulls and become an expert. I always hear things like, you know, look at the primaries on the forward, blah blah blah. That would be a second winter. I'm like, oh okay, yeah. I don't know. But lovely, yeah. I mean, I actually called up Whitstable on the way here to see if there are any boat trips out, just like an hour boat trip, so I could be out in the water, but they're fully booked as expected on a beautiful day like today. But apparently there was a big fire near Elmley which has shut off a load of, on top of a big roadwork area going westbound, which I thought, thank goodness I'm not coming back tonight or in the next couple of hours, because I am stuck out here. Brilliant. So that's a really good so far. But look at this, I love this. Just do a little spin around. Lots of get out of that sun. Lots of tankers out in the water there. Oil tankers, I don't know. Big wind farm over there. Yeah. Happy days, good fun. Whew. Mash up. Yeah, Justin. I'm going to go about 2 days straight for 7 hours on foot, carrying 3 or 4 kilos worth of camera, a bag full of all my safety things, my hard drives, computer, GoPro. Yeah, just there's probably about 7 or 8 kilos in that bag, and I'm going to traipse along in the sand. I mean, yeah, I just had to sit down on, let me just spin you a bit. I had to sit down on that sandy, grassy area there for a minute, catch my breath, because it was also when you've got that heavy rucksack on, you know, it sort of pulls your arms back, and it sort of really starts to get your neck. It's actually good when you've got a heavy rucksack to have a camera on the front, because it balances you out. But I think I'm going to go back to my car now. It's like, I'm not going to say I'm not too old for this. It's just, usually when I go birding, it's a little bit in the car at Elmley, and then a little bit of walking back to the car, and this has been standing on foot for probably, what other kind of standing is there? Standing for 3 or 4 hours now, and the sand really knackering you out, holding the camera up. Yeah, I think what we'll do now is we'll drive along the coast a little bit and do little stop-offs in the cab so I can get a bit of rest and allow my feet to rest. I captured as much out there as I can, and we'll just keep an eye on the horizon for things going past. Up here, you know, things might have flown in from somewhere in Northern Europe, this grassy area. I can hear little tweets and twitches and peeps, and so, I mean, I always see things like, you know, redwing or bee-eater going over St Margaret's Cliff or Margate. So always looking up and keeping an eye out up here as well. That's Neptune's tower. That's a few centuries old, isn't it? So yeah, I'll leave that to you to look up, as this isn't a history vlog, this is a birding vlog. So yeah, we just parked up, we got a coffee, had a little munch and a bit of dark chocolate, and ping, I'm ready to rock. I was lagging a bit there. Yeah, we're just on the golf course here, and I can see some pied wagtails. I can hear rock pipits. I don't expect to see anything, but I'm just doing a little check of all the little posts and wires and seeing if there's any stragglers. So I'm just enjoying the scenery. Look, if I show you over there, that's what we're seeing.